Guys, today I'm going to give you a little health update. Trigger warning, this talks about mental health issues as well as physical health issues, including issues with like eating and calories and stomach issues, and if restrictive eating is a trigger for you, be forewarned. It's okay to scroll. You might already know that I've talked a lot on here about my mental health conditions and a little bit about my physical chronic illness, and I've had some updates on some roadblocks with both of those things, so today I'm going to give an update for anyone who's interested. For anyone who doesn't already know, I am clinically diagnosed with OCD, borderline personality disorder, trichotillomania, generalized anxiety disorder, and on the physical side, IBS, but they haven't really done further testing to determine if there's an underlying cause for that. It is possibly pelvic floor dysfunction, they've said, but for whatever reason, I have a lot of trouble with going to the bathroom, and because of that, I have trouble then eating enough and functioning and getting enough calories to function properly because it's hard for my body to process food. So this is the plushie that I bring out when I'm talking about my IBS, my stomach issues, because why not? Anyway, I am on meds for my OCD that I've been on for like 4 or 5 years, and I'm on 3 medications per day for my IBS to try to help me use the bathroom, and even though they're really strong prescription like medication, I still have not had a lot of luck finding something that helps my body do that properly and consistently. Gross, I know, but it's a chronic illness thing, and maybe if I talk about it, other people will feel more comfortable talking about it. So my OCD medication can cause or worsen constipation and stomach issues. So part of my plan for over the summer was, with my doctor's help and agreement, to try to be tapered off of the OCD medication or tapered down to see if that helps my stomach issues improve. And my med provider did taper me from 100 milligrams of the medication to 75. And my OCD symptoms and anxiety have been a lot worse lately, so it's not recommended that I continue tapering that at this time. I've also had some hypomania and some depression after that and fun stuff. So we are at a point where my stomach gets so painful and so painfully bloated and so stuck up and so many issues with my stomach problems that it's hard for me to get the minimum amount of calories that I need per day. So I'm going back to my GI specialist, but I've been struggling a lot with the physical effects of my stomach being in pain a lot, and also my body feeling really fatigued and really crummy because I'm not always getting enough calories because it's really hard for me to eat because my body isn't processing it properly. That said, that doesn't mean that we give up hope. I'm still working and going to my therapy and able to do things. It's just a little strenuous. So that part's good. And I messaged my GI doctor again. I'm going to be working with him, seeing if there are other medication options for me on that front. I'm also undergoing exposure therapy with my therapist to needles and getting blood drawn so that hopefully I can get some blood work to pinpoint exactly what nutrients and deficiencies my body is really lacking that are making me feel so crummy. I am not able to do that just yet because I have a severe clinical phobia of the blood work needles. So that's not fun. But we're working on it, and I'll keep y'all posted, let y'all know how it goes. These are just sometimes things that happen when you're living with chronic illness and mental health conditions, and combined, those can be even worse. But that's okay. It can also be hard to explain to some people that I deal with really extreme bloating and distension in my stomach and nausea and upset stomach because of that, because I do have like a smaller frame, and a lot of people are like, oh, you're not bloated. But I am. Just because it's not super visible doesn't mean that I don't feel it, and my stomach feels really tight and hard and painful, and that makes it difficult to like eat and stuff sometimes, so that's no fun. But I am eating every day, and I'm getting a decent amount of calories, just not quite as many as I should be, and that's no bueno. So I'm talking to my doctors about it, and we're working it out, hopefully. But that's my health update. My OCD has been kind of bad lately, my anxiety has been kind of bad, my borderline personality disorder, specifically with depressive moods, has not been great either. And this wouldn't be complete without showing you guys my bald spot. It's gotten bigger. Womp womp. Although I am having fun like picking at this guy's teeth. Maybe I can pick at that instead of my hair. And my stomach problems, including being severely bloated, nauseous, having trouble going to the bathroom, all of that stuff has been really bad lately. And then in turn having difficulty eating enough because eventually you get really filled up and feel really gross and nauseous, but then my body feeling fatigued and bad when I do or don't eat enough. So none of that is fun, but I am actively talking with all of my doctors. I just got a new med provider for my OCD meds that I will be able to see in person, and I think that'll be a lot better. And I'm seeing my therapist every week. We're doing exposure therapy so I can get the blood work and really pinpoint where I need to be like inserting things in my diet the most and what I need to be working on with my health the most. So it's a work in progress. I'm going back to my GI doctor hopefully soon. I messaged him, so stay tuned.